Autobots, transform!
What's up, YouTubers and all toy fans in general? I am George, the 80s Transformer fan. And in front of me I have the online shared exclusive. I don't know how something can be really exclusive if it's shared. You can get it like Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store. You can get it online at GameStop, and you can actually walk into the store and get it at GameStop. So I don't know how it's like an online exclusive, but you won't see this figure at like Target and Walmart and Walgreens. So I guess that's where the exclusive come in. Anyway, it is Archangel from Hasbro. He is a member of the Marvel Legends wave. He comes in this extra large box. He's packaged with his giant wings flared out. He has 3 alternate heads, if you can see them in there. And counting the packed in head, he has 4 heads, and he has an arm attachment for Apocalypse, who will make an appearance at some point in this video. I will make my appearance now, human. No one summons Apocalypse. You will wait your turn, Apocalypse. We will get to you when I get to the arm attachment. Fine, you will die then, mortal. Anyway, back to the video. This is his double wide packaging. He has an image of him in rage mode flying into battles. Pretty sweet. I always loved his wings. The metal wings anyway. Coming around to the back of the box. And at the top of his box, he has a little bit of a bio. Not much. And I'll fill in a little bit for you, as I do in my Marvel Legends videos. It says Marvel's X-Force Archangel on the back, even though he has a lot of affiliations. Hasbro down here, image over there, and a whole bunch of writing down there. Alright, as far as the little backstory on this guy goes, his real name is Warren Worthington III. And I originally know him, and I think most people knew him as a member of the X-Men as Angel. His species is a mutant. His other team affiliations, other than X-Men, is X-Force, X-Club, X-Factor, Renegades, Champion of Angels, Defenders, the Secret Defenders, Hellfire Club, of course, the 4 Horsemen of Apocalypse, the X-Terminators, a couple more. I'm trying to think of them. Hopefully I think of them for the video over with. His abilities, he has the ability of flight when he had his feathers, and now that he has these metal wings gives him flight through some type of apocalypse power, I think, maybe. They're razor sharp, and he can shoot the razor feathers at you as part of his abilities. He has superhuman durability and area adaptation, which means he can do everything a bird can do, basically. So that is this guy in a nutshell. Gonna get him open. This tape right here, I think. Dang it. I can't. Yeah, that wasn't pretty. Open this right. Oh, damn it. Here he is in his packaging, in his half a clamshell. The wings are not attached, they're on a separate inner clamshell. Free! And he is actually posed like he's busting out of the packaging. And I'm used to his costume being a little bit softer of a blue. I don't know. I'm going to move this to the side and save the heads for a little bit later in the review. Get his wings out. And as far as the pictures I've seen, this is the best looking Archangel that I've ever seen. And I like him better as Archangel than as Angel. As Angel, he's just, in X-Men, he's just a normal dude. But he has a hole in his back. There's a port in the wings. And I'm immediately going to go ahead and go for this look. And then I'll come back and do articulation and quality and QC that type of stuff in a minute. But you're gonna pay, Apocalypse. Man, they make him heavy. Oh, and he can actually, without me even trying, I just wanted to let go and see what type of weight the wings had on him. But he stands up on his own immediately. Loving that. Wonder how well the wings stay in. Wings staying in pretty good. So if I thump them a little bit. Wings hanging in. Wings hanging in. All right. All right. And they look amazing. They didn't recycle, as far as I know, somebody else's wings. He has his own wing sculpt made from this figure. I don't think it's from any previous Archangels. I think the only one with the that I can think of came from the X-Men line by Toy Biz a while ago, and it was alright. I liked it at the time, but this is far superior to that. Alright, I'm gonna take them off and quit gushing over it, because this thing is this sweet. It really is. Take a look at him. Take a look at his face sculpt real quick. His eyes are a gold lined in black, and it's painted very well. Checking out the paint on the top of his head. That's done well. Coming to his back, he has a lot of line work in there, and sometimes it goes bad. I have a little bit of bleed right here, or blemish I should say. Back of his leg, he has a little date stamping, a product stamping right there. With all this line work, it looks pretty good. You know, I'm looking hard to find a problem, which maybe I shouldn't. And it's not perfect here and here. But with all this line work, I don't expect for it to be perfect, but he looks great. He looks great. I'm sure he shares this buck with other Marvel Legends. I'm going to run down his articulation at this point. His head, he can look down far, very human. Look up, very human. Rotate, should I say, very mutant. His head 360s completely. It doesn't really rock from side to side. Let me hit his shoulders. His shoulders will completely 360. And he has a ratchet in there. Wow, since when they started doing that? He can 360 at the bicep. He has already have it bent at the elbow. He can bend this far at his elbow. It appears to be double hinged, but okay, yeah, it is double hinged. It's just a little tight. It's brand new out of the packaging. And he can bend his elbow that far. Coming down to his wrist. Standard 360 in there, and you can see the hinge in there where he can hinge it in and hinge it out, which is awesome. The only thing they could have gave him, they maybe took away one of the heads and gave him because I don't recognize all the heads personally. They could have gave him different hands, like his little flight hands, sort of like, I mean, where's the side of the packaging? How his hand is out straight, Superman-ish. And that's kind of how he would fly all the time. They could have gave him those hands. But continuous articulation, you can see the ab crunch there. He can get that much out of it. Get him in a dynamic pose with it. He can come back this far, which is not much past. This is his normal upright position, and then you can get him like that. So, coming to his waist 360. He's breaking his back. His legs are very stiff. There's a little peg ball joint system in there, and this is all I'm getting, and I don't think it's really hitting. I think this is all that the peg system allows out of his legs. I'll check out his front to back. He can go front very far, back not that far, so if you were to sit him in something, he's going to sit down just fine. He has an upper thigh swivel. Coming down to his knee, it's double hinged at the knee. You can get it all the way back like that. Then get it up like that. Maybe some flight poses, hovering. And he has a shin cut. I don't think he's wearing boots. He's just wearing tights with the little shoes. And that will 360 as well. A ton of articulation. His foot rocks from front to back and side to side. So he has all the articulation you would come to expect. The only place he's really hindering is right here where at the crotch, where you can't get it out that far, but it's plenty of articulation for me. I'm going to switch back, put his wings back on. These things could have stayed on. They didn't have to be removable for me, but maybe they're removable for packaging, for shipping. So anyway, this guy up here, and we're going to take a look at his wing articulation. He has 2 hinges back there for each wing separately, and they can come up pretty far. I guess it, but you can't get them both up at the same time because you're knocking one into the other. But okay, we can get one this far, the other one this far. But again, if you try to do it at the same time, you're knocking them into each other. A lot of motion there. Same thing coming down. You can bring them down pretty far. And the hinges back here seem a little bit loose. Just a little bit. They could be a little bit stronger to me. And he has the hinges here at the sides of the wing where he can protect himself from projectiles, which is cool. Just like he does, and come out. That is pretty freaking sweet. And let's go around to take a look further. He has the secondary wings, and they are articulated as well, which is, oh man, this is so awesome. So awesome. I'm literally geeking out. The only thing it doesn't have, like, I can't rotate the rings front and back. Like, it doesn't have that hinge in there. So it's hinged here, it's hinged here. Again, here and here, and then these things are hinged, which is pretty freaking awesome. And I wish, I'm not complaining, I wish they had one more hinge so we can get them completely out to the sides. But you can't do that. But it is still freaking sweet. This thing, it cost me 30 bucks. Right at 30 bucks. I think it might have been 31, 32 bucks. And money well spent. I know it's a little bit higher. I don't know if it's because it's an exclusive or all accessories, or they made it an exclusive because they wanted to charge that higher price point. But he looks good. So let's decapitate this guy. He has a larger ball joint in there. I'll just pop it. Okay, pops right on there. Man, he looks good. He looks good. For me, this is the only other head I needed. The rest of the heads are bonuses for me. So this is the unmasked Archangel with sort of his worn Worthington personality still intact after he turned on or left Apocalypse. But this is his, when he first left Apocalypse and he was mad. And when I say mad, I mean insane, not just angry. He went mad and just was seeking revenge on Apocalypse 24/7 at any cost, whether friends got hurt or innocent people got hurt. And this is what I remember this head from. I'm going to destroy you, Apocalypse! And like all he could really do is, this was his Angel of Death theme type head, which I'm really not sure about this. Because this is the one head that's not that familiar to me, but if I kind of remember some of my friends telling me about it, that's what this is. And he's wearing like a luchador mask. But there it is. There he is. And this is like my least favorite. I guess it's the early version of this. Or later on he has his face out. I'm going to turn it around. And it's just completely covering his face. And this is my least favorite. They could have gave me 2 extra hands instead of packing in that head. But apparently a lot of people probably love it and thinking like, man, what? We have to have that one. Or which arm is it? We're going to assume it's the right arm because I'm right-handed. And we're just going to start yanking on stuff. And see what happens. So I just pulled that out of there. There's a hole in there. And there's a hole right here. And I don't know if I need to take the forearm completely off and change it. But I'm taking it off. And he needed to come with he could have came with 3 of these things. They could have put a couple extra guys in the wave and put it in here. I don't know if this, this stuff got it upside down. Sorry, because the tendril or whatever it is, it attaches in the bottom of here. Claw mutants, feel my claw. And as far as the accessories they could have gave him to go on his arm, this one is pretty weenie. I'm happy to get it, but it's pretty weenie.
Let me clamp your ass. I am now clamped, champ. I can pick up pennies with ease.
Okay, I got him back with the head that he's pretty much going to be displayed with on my shelf. He's a former X-Men, a figure that if you doing the X-Men and the Marvel Legends line, you got to kind of have this guy. He's, like I said, he's an online exclusive. I got mine at my local GameStop. Walked in and they had him there. Picked him up and walked out. He's packaged with 3 alternate heads. He comes with the interchangeable arm for Apocalypse, which makes him great. He's right at that $30 price point, I guess, depending on where you get him and if you have to pay shipping. But I think he's worth it. He's worth being in the collection with no doubt. I really like this figure. It was a no-brainer for me. I had to have this guy. I had to have him. And really no complaints. I could just wish they had did a couple different things, like I was able to extend the wings out even more so they can go straight out. That would have been awesome. But it is what it is, and I like it for what it is. Die, Apocalypse!
No, fool. No one defeats Apocalypse. I am immortal.
And I am George the 80s Transformer fan. See you soon. One more thing that I forgot to mention. This guy could have really used a flight stand. How do you give us a flying character and then he has these heavy wings? His wings are essentially a second figure. And I think that's like where the price point comes in. And I think it's a good deal for all the accessories and these giant articulated wings. But where is this guy's flight stand? Guess I'm gonna have to try to track down one. Hopefully it can hold him, but he really needed a flight stand to be behind your X-Men guys like this with him on display. He really could have used a flight stand.
Autobots, transform!